Okay, hey everybody. My name is Bill Inman. Thank you so much for being here today. I feel pretty good that this is going to be a valuable use of your time. Let me move this menu off. We are recording this session, so if you want to refer back to it later, you certainly can. Or you can just ping me. You're also going to see Holly and her AI in this session, so you can also ping her. We're going to give you her email. And if you don't have your twin yet and you're watching this live, we're going to give you a free upgrade from the free account to what's normally a paid $25 account. And that's our gift to you. We want you to get started with your own twin. That's our gift to you for getting started. So we've got a cast of characters involved in this presentation, and super excited to tell you how your AI twin can work for you. So let's get started. Right. So my background, for those of you that don't know me, I've been involved with AI now since 2015. Spent a whole past life, quote unquote, in human resources tech and the future of work, and got to travel around the world with people like Deepak Chopra and Sophia the robot, and Dr. Ben Goertzel, and Pavan Agarwal, who's a very strong partner with us now from Angel AI. And on the left-hand side, if you want a real mind-blowing primer on AI, watch that episode 1211 of Dr. Ben Rogan. I'm sorry, of Dr. Ben Goertzel and Joe Rogan. It's really phenomenal. So all that experience I have kind of led to where we're at today with Twin Protocol and some ventures as well that we're partnered with, like Angel Twin. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But my main goal today is to give you motivation and reason why AI needs to be important in your life and what AI can do for you, specifically with a twin, which we find to be one of the simplest and easiest ways to leverage AI today. Okay, first, that free offer. So if you don't have your twin, here's the 3 steps to getting started and start twinning. So number 1, visit Twin Protocol, and then you'll sign up. So it's really simple. You just press the sign up button, enter your information, and you're off and running. Note the email address you sign up with, because we're going to use that to give you your free account. And so you want to email that to Holly at TwinTech. That's Holly in real life there. You'll see a little bit of her twin throughout this presentation. Holly at twintech.io. Tell her you signed up and that you're on the live session, and we're going to give you a twin core twin, which is a $25 value, and we're going to give you 50 points to get started with your twin. And then you're off and running in AI if you haven't been involved yet. Now, interestingly, only 7% of everybody in the United States uses AI on a daily basis. On the other side of the coin, literally, this is the biggest financial opportunity in the history of mankind. Many are saying, I firmly believe that, with 15 trillion in new productivity coming into the market that we can all capture for our lives, for our businesses, for our dreams, hopes, goals, wishes, wants, all that. Or you could just use AI to basically, preserve your legacy. So we'll talk about that too. So, okay, so remember, that's the process. At the end of the session, we'll show you Holly's email again. So there's Holly's AI twin. We have a number of ways that we can work with you to have your twin create content. Once we ingest your persona, and that's the first step in how to build your twin, there's another demo video we did about 2 weeks ago that gives you the very early basics of how to get involved with your twin, where you go, what buttons to press. So if you haven't seen that video, you should go to our YouTube channel and you should watch that video. And of course, you can ping Holly or myself and we can send it to you directly as well. So your first step when you create a twin is you're going to ingest information about you. That includes your picture, your voice, and then documents about your life. If you're lucky enough to have a book, and Deepak Chopra, who we worked with, has 97 books, or just one example you're going to see in just a few minutes, those are great. Most of us don't have books. So it's really important that you start either taking audio notes about your life or start having LLMs, or start writing information about your life, because really your twin is all about representing you in the world. And that's so important for AI, as I'm going to continue to repetitively talk about here. Once you ingest your information, you curate that information. You put it into logical groups: work information, family information, legacy information I want to leave for my kids and grandkids, and so on. You can then permission inside of our platform that information to be available to the public, or certain groups of people, or nobody but you. Now, When you start a twin, you're getting into AI, and I've already mentioned that only 7% of the US uses AI on a daily basis, and only 7% of the people in the world in the US as well are involved with blockchain. We store your information on blockchain, so it's not on a centralized server, Amazon, Google, what have you, so that you own it, number one, and number two, it's safe and protected because those big tech companies have access to every single piece of data that we put into their systems, and we agreed to it through the user agreement. So you can permission who can see your information. And then you can tokenize it through the twin token and the angel token. It can help power your twin, and you can actually earn tokens, which is real value in the real world by having your twin operate in the real world. So that's how you build it. Once you build your twin, we have a whole host of apps that you then put your twin into to get value out of it for you. I'm going to show you that today. So we have the twin chat where people can talk with your knowledge base, either just a straight up text chat or an audio chat with you, or even your photorealistic avatar talking to them directly. Coming soon, what we call voice to voice technology. Your photorealistic avatar will be on the screen, and it's just like you're talking to somebody back and forth using the microphone. That's soon. Twin Studio, where you can create content, which I highly implore you to get started in. We're going to see those examples. If you have an app today, our SDK and API can integrate right into it. Kind of going reverse clockwise here. Angel Twin is one company we did that with. Angel Twin is the foremost personal finance AI in the world today. We're very thrilled to integrate with them. Twin TV, where your AI talks to another AI in an interview type format, is also available. And then Twin Communities, where we can private label everything you see today for your company. And then you can bring your community, your associations, your churches, your conferences that you do, your teams, your About Us page for your website can now become a live community for you. So those are the apps that we offer. Now, you can do a lot with your twin. There's no way we're going to cover all the things that you can do with your twin. I really want to make this a dialogue between our company, myself, and you to work in collaboration to help you use your twin to its maximum effectiveness, to help you gain new opportunities, and then learn how you're using it. We'll work with you in that way. We're happy to do that. So you can now have people access your data via human-like AI, your avatar. You can put your data into your personal data vault. You can earn tokens as your AI works for you. Those are the two tokens there I was talking about earlier. You can communicate in 35 languages instantly as well. And then there's so many things you can do, on and on and on. There's so many things you can do that are amazing with your twin as well. What we're looking at here is a legacy twin. So I want to show you a twin that is really close to my heart because the Lieutenant Gene Boyer, who's on this page, is the father of Curtis Boyer, who works with us, is a VP at Twin. And Curtis and I go way back, all the way back to high school, have started several businesses together. His dad, Gene, flew the presidential helicopter. And he wrote a book about it, which is quite interesting. But Gene had passed about 7 years ago or so, and Curtis had some audio of his father, and he had his book, and then also quite a bit of other information you're going to see. So this is like a near and dear example of how to use your twin as a legacy twin, where you're uploading information about your life, your grandparents' life, and then people are able to communicate with that legacy twin and have a conversation. You're going to see that here. So you'll see some pictures here. Gene Boyer was the co-pilot, the pilot that flew along with Carl Bohannon when Nixon left the White House in that famous picture you see there. So he has some amazing stories. What you're going to see here as we go through this video is you'll see how we've trained Gene's twin. I'll give you a little narrative as we go through that. So we're clicking on Gene's profile here. We'll click on the pencil and paper in the upper right. If you watched our first video, that's how you access your vault, your topics. Inside of your topics area is where you can keep different brains for yourself, one for work, one for home. In this case, it's entitled History. You upload documents to that topic, and you'll see here we have Gene's obituary, the funeral article, his biography, his book, and then speeches he gave. That's a really robust set of information that we've uploaded for him, quite a few. You can get started with a lot less information than that. So now that that information is uploaded and Gene's audio profile and his picture is uploaded, now we can chat with Gene. And you're going to see that here as we ask him questions. Any of you can have this same twin for yourself. Tell me your most favorite memory at the White House. Come up, you press audio, you can hear Gene say it. We're going to ask him about his son, Curtis. You should be able to hear that audio now, by the way.
Curtis Christopher Boyer is my second child. He was born tall and lanky, a sight that prompted the doctor to predict he'd be over 6 feet tall. Curtis didn't disappoint, eventually growing to be 6'7", making him a family record holder and a basketball coach's dream. How about your family?
So it's phenomenal. You know, Gene can answer questions about his time at the White House, family information. But again, Gene has passed. It's been many years since Gene's passed. So this is an example of a twin that's near and dear to my heart and kind of urgent. So I try to tell my mom all the time, hey mom, we need to start recording your memories about family. You know, she didn't write a book. So we're working to do that with audio files and then importing those audio files into a text converter and then putting that text into her twin. So that's her legacy twin. That's an exciting way to use it. So here you have Russell Peters, and this is our twin studio. So for your own AI persona, as you load those documents into your vault, we call it a twin vault, then your twin can create content for you. And that's what happens inside a twin studio. Many of you know Russell Peters. He's a very famous international comedian, maybe one of the most successful international comedians of all time, performing from Vancouver to Toronto to Riyadh to Asia and so forth. So this is asking Russell Peters and creating content with that. So here's how you access your own studio where you'll have your likeness. You can ask it prompts in your HD twin, photorealistic, or SD, which is a picture of you, either way. And we'll see what Russell has to say here. I think we asked him here, tell me a joke about Canadian versus American cats. Now, this is an original joke that's created via his AI twin. You set the character limit, how long you want the response, what language you want it in. We'll look more at that in just a second. It's generating the response. And here's a joke about American Canadian cats. You can preview it before you turn it into a video. You'll hear that here.
All right, here it goes. Have you ever noticed the difference between Canadian and American cats? Yeah, cats. You know, in Canada, we got these polite felines, right? They're like, meow, eh? Sorry to bother you, but my food dish is empty. They've got manners, you know? They're courteous, just like us Canadians. But then you cross over to America, and those cats are a whole different story. They're like, meow, give me my food, now! They're so demanding. I mean, they're just cats, right? But suddenly they think they're running the show.
And the joke was much longer than that. But that's an original joke created from Russell Peters' data. We ingested his comedy specials, some more information about him, and how he is planning to use that. He's using that for one-on-one fan engagement. And that works for any business. You know, we've had twins made, and then we show up to conferences, and people come up to people who make the twins and say, I feel like I know you. Because they're building a personal one-to-one relationship, even though it's your AI, but it is your likeness. So this is going to allow you to communicate and touch a lot more people effectively. Another use case, and this is a Sharon Gal-Or, who's a friend and a very well-known philosopher, you might say, with technology and ecology as well. He's written over 50 books. So what I want to show you here is Sharon speaking English and then multiple languages. And then I'll show you how it looks for his video twin, which you didn't see with Russell, but you're going to see here with Sharon. Now, what I want you to notice is that you see his HD twin. This is a video we imported of him. He shot in the forest. I actually think it looks amazing. It looks like it's real. And you're going to see that on the next slide. But let's show you how we work with different languages. We're asking Sharon via the Twin Studio prompt, tell me about your books. And the answer comes back from his own data. Again, you can throttle the length of the response that you want. Generating the response now. Same interface you'll use when you get your twin. You preview it before you commit to spending points.
My books are like a window into my adventures. Inspired by my globe-trotting experiences, I
stopped it there so we could look at a different, well, actually I'm generating his video, but also we're going to have it translated into other languages. You'll see quickly here, Hindi, French, Arabic, Spanish, Mandarin, and I believe it was Arabic we started with. You'll notice same tone of voice, written in Arabic.
تشبه نافذة إلى مغامراتي مستوحاة من تجاربي.
This is available to you now, Mandarin. This is available to you anytime you want. Your twin now speaks over 40 languages.
我的书就像是通往我的冒险世界的窗户，受到我在世界各地旅行。
Now, what you might be noticing is you saw what Gene's tone and pace was the same as the audio we imported. Russell Peters' tone, when he told the joke, you heard some inflections. So it has that capability as well. And this is Sharon's voice, even though it's in Mandarin and Arabic. Now, here he is. Here's the video representation of that.
My books are like a window into my adventures, inspired by my globetrotting experiences. I've published numerous children's stories. These tales born out of the time I spent in Hong Kong.
And then here he is speaking German, just so you could see an example of the translation for your HD twin.
Meine Bücher sind wie Fenster zu meiner Abenteuerwelt. Inspiriert von meinen Reisen rund die Welt habe ich viele Kinderbücher.
Okay, so and that's available to you now. Once you create your twin, you'll be translated into multiple languages. You see how his though looks almost real. I mean, it does look real to me, to be honest with you. It was shot like with a little bit of a shaky cam. They didn't put it on a tripod, but it has that background, and it's photorealistic. Okay, so let me pause this one if it's going, and I think it is. So you can create quite a bit of content with your AI twin right away. As soon as you sign up with your twin, you can start creating the content. Now, on the right-hand side, I'm going to show you what I'm doing with my profile, and I'm running 5 different AI shows with it. On the left-hand side, to stress the importance, I want you to hear from James Tagg. I want to tell you the story about James Tagg. James Tagg was the inventor of the touchscreen. He says his bio here in a second. I got a chance to sit down, have dinner with him, have a long conversation, and I asked him specifically, after AI is super intelligent, what's left? What he basically said is, look, I'm teaching my own kids how to be influencers and athletes because I know that will be important, and I know that will be left because humans will be doing more human things. So I believe Eric Fenoy Moana is on the call. I might have you chime in here, Eric, who was an Olympic gold medalist, beach volleyball player. He's lucky enough to have both plus real estate, which we'll talk about. So listen to James Tagg's bio, just so you can see the gentleman of this ilk is saying this.
Okay,
That's Ben Birdsall
I'm
introducing
James Tagg. I am an inventor, engineer. I put that alternately on my passport every 10 years when I renew it, depending on how brave I'm feeling. I'm sort of most known for having been one of the people who invented the touchscreen. So I'm one of the inventors of the touchscreen. I also made the first VoIP call on a mobile phone and an eSIM that's in every iWatch on mine as well, and so on. So I've done quite a lot of interesting engineering over the years. And what I'm doing at the moment is building a biocomputer. So we scratch your skin, take a skin sample, turn it into an iPSC cell, turn that into a brain organoid, send it to the International Space Station. It goes there for 30 days, it comes back. When it comes back, it is cognitively 10 years old and sort of aging markers 80 years old, so we get a version of you which is young and a version of you which is old.
Okay, so the importance of that was, here's a guy who invented the touchscreen. He's now taking cells from people's bodies, sending it to the space station, and then turning that into a cognitive CPU from your own knowledge base. Wild, amazing, been super commercially successful. He's saying how important it is to start to have content and be an influencer. So with your twin, I'm not able to record 247 like Mr. Beast is. So my twin actually makes shows with me and for me, I should say. And then we put that content out pretty much every day on my social media as an example of what you can be doing. Now, I mix that with some of the Zooms that I do and some of my personal appearances, but some of these shows are completely run by the AI twins that we have. So you're saying I mix it in with my personal content, and it's really starting to get traction. So I can't emphasize enough how big of an opportunity it is for you to start creating content with your AI twin. If you're an introvert, super important. If you don't have time, don't worry about it anymore. Your AI twin's going to help you do that. So we have a whole managed services department at Twin where we can do it for you. And we're working with brands and celebrities to do this. On the left, you see Holly's HD twin. And then here she is having a conversation with Sarah, who may actually be on the call, I think, today. And this is Twin TV. And then we actually take the likeness data that we have of you and then create avatar content as well. So, and then we can track it all. So you're getting new visibility if you have a brand or a business today into what people are asking your twins. It's like data you've never had before. It's really quite amazing. So we have a managed services that can help you run all that. All right, another product that we have so you can start using your twin for you and your constituents and your fans, followers, customers is we have twin communities. We private label twins, as you're going to see here with the Find Your Rhythm Investor Summit, run by Kat Smith and her husband Lee. And this is a private labeled site for their twins to explain the value of attending the conference that they're holding. So, and we could have 40, 50, 100 twins on here of the speakers and so forth. So here, your brand, people can interact with your brand and talk with your brand directly and the people important to it. If you're having a conference, they can talk to the keynotes and so forth. So here's an example of Kat speaking and answering a question about who she is, which might be very interesting for
an adept manager and strategist with a passion for real estate investment. I co-piloted an event management company handling over $60 million in contracts. As a mother of two and a dedicated partner, I've blended personal values with professional vigor for 15 years. Anything else you'd like to know?
this is your voice literally talking to hundreds and thousands of people at that while you're sleeping in some cases. So another integration we have you're seeing here is Angel Twin, and this is Pavan Agarwal, the founder of Angel AI, who was very successful, runs his own mortgage company with tens of billions of dollars under management. And we've integrated twins into his application that allows you to access their refinance calculator, their mortgage approvals, credit boosting, and you'll see Angel Twin right here. This is our venture that we've done together to integrate twins into their app, which we'll do for other apps as well. We're quite excited about that. They have 200,000 users and growing at 20%. So we can integrate this into existing apps as well and supercharge it. Now, probably the most important point, and we're getting close to the
What
end
if your
here.
AI twin could talk for you thousands of times an hour?
Thousands of time an hour. But I'll show that video in just a second. Look, this is a really important time for you to future-proof yourself and take a leadership position for your business and community. AI is, I'm underemphasizing the fact of how much impact AI is going to have in business. Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA CEO, says AI is going to create more millionaires in 5 years than the internet did in 20. And I can almost guarantee you that by 2030, the world's going to look a lot different, especially business, because of AI. Sam Altman says, imagine a future where the US president hands over power to ChatGPT 7. They're on version 5 right now. You're in charge, good luck. That's his vision. Their vision is also AGI, human level AI intelligence. And then this other post, an entire generation is studying for jobs that won't even exist. Like things like coding is being revolutionized. So this is an account called the AI Field I follow on Instagram. I recommend it. So here I am speaking a little bit more about this at the USS AIC conference in Washington, D.C. we had just a few weeks ago.
Ready to take control?
On the bottom right, I want to just emphasize one thing. Your AI talks to other AIs with your AI twin. We're in a very narrow period where most of the funding in AI is going towards humans talking to AIs. This is what we do. We go to ChatGPT, we talk to it, it gives us the answers. The real opportunity is not here yet. This is what we're empowering with Angel Twin. It's your AI that you train, talking for you thousands of times an hour. If you're in real estate, it can talk to prospective buyers and talk about loans. If it could start a company for you in the future if you wanted it to. So you have to get ahead of this. You can't go ahead in the sand and go, Google will figure it out for me. Google will figure it out for you, but they'll just make all the decisions for you. You don't need that. Decentralized AI.
I'm just emphasizing the approach here. That was some AI content that we created for the thumbnail, but a real video behind the scenes. So we want to work with you. Look, if you're an influencer or a business, you have an account now. Start creating content. We'll help you through it, walk you through the process. You can contact me or Holly. I'm going to display her email in just a second. For partners like Angel AI, we can integrate right into your business and superpower it. I think it's important for every business to really not underestimate this and go for it. We're growing. We're looking for qualified investors. Love to talk to you. And then what else can we do together? How can we co-create and scale? So there's many ways for us to work together. So Holly's email address is there. I'm going to take a few questions. Eric Fenoy, are you still on? Can you come off mute possibly? And maybe even off camera. I don't know if you're in position for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Eric. Eric's an old friend. I mentioned him earlier. He's an Olympic beach volleyball gold medalist. Won the gold in Sydney for us. Eric, thank you for that. Of course, he was with the US. We probably have international people on. Eric, we've been excited to work with you and get your twin. What are you excited about with your twin?
One is for my legacy, for my kids. I think I talk to them all the time and I don't think they hear me. So maybe, they have an opportunity to, God forbid that I pass, that there's something there. And then also maybe some other families can understand, I guess the harsh reality of the life that I lived, and then also how successful I became, going through a lot of ups and downs, especially as a young kid. But then I also had a lot of advantages in how I took advantage of them, um, through hard work and, being super goal oriented.
Yeah, Eric was a mentor to my own daughter. She played beach volleyball. We were lucky enough to live near him in Manhattan Beach. And there is a lot of success principles that led him, the self-made guy, all the way to the gold medal through hard work, discipline. And you can access that through his twin. Ping Holly, if you want us, we'll send you access to his twin. I believe it's in our showcase now. I'll take a look at that at Twin Protocol. But Eric, thanks for speaking up here. Appreciate you. And looking forward to we're working to build Eric's twin into a 2028 Los Angeles Olympics expert. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He lives in Los Angeles. He knows more about the beaches there than most. He's an avid surfer, still plays beach volleyball, still coaches champions. So, Eric, we're thrilled to work with you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you all being here with me. We're going to do another one in 2 weeks, another topic. This is turning into a series, and we're looking forward to building your twin with you. So, thank you so much for your time.